It's Big Freedia, your best believer. You already know. Hey y'all, what's going on? You're back with another video, another review of Big Freedia, your best believer. Ow! What's going on, y'all? We're back for another episode, another review with your boy J.DAREL on the season 4 episode of Big Freedia. So we kick off this episode with Big Freedia in the studio with K-Rig going in, going ham, giving New Orleans, giving the people, giving the fans another single, and letting them know that they suck dicks everywhere around. So with that being said, they're going in, they're going ham, giving you what you need, giving you your life, giving you your oxygen, giving you your life support, and giving you your life policy insurance. So when you bury and die, after not getting your life, you still get your life, but you have an afterlife. But anyway, they're going in, so they're in the studio like, okay, you're going in, you said dick too much, I'm going in, but we need a clean version for the radio, for the other listening artists. And it's like, yeah, it's going to be, so they're outside trying to figure out how they're going to disclose about saying dick and things of that nature. So they're like, okay, start coming up around, and they go back out and they kill it. So Big Freedia and the crew, the management, her dancers and everybody are still on the it's Let's Be Free tour. So in Denver, Colorado. So guess who they stop? The weed store. Yes, they're at the weed store going in and weed heaven. Of course, I think Denver, Colorado did clear the state for weed. So they have a weeder in the back. So they have all the weed. I mean jars of weed everywhere. I'm sitting here like, okay, just weed, and I like smelling. I mean, just going crazy. I'm like, all I can say is just weed. Okay, the team are the team are talking about Voodoo. The Voodoo is the homecoming for Big Freedia. It's one of the big events. They're talking about wardrobe. A whole bunch of guests are headlining the show, and Big Freedia's on the show. They're talking about wardrobe, talking about the moves, what they're going to be opening up with. So we have yet to see that. We see that on the next week's episode, or sometime in the season to see how they went out, how they planned for it, and everything. So we got a lot to talk about. So when we get there, we will get there. Freedia brings K-Rig to one of the shows. They open up and debut the song, the new single that they've been talking about, to see how the crowd rocks to it and see how it happens. K-Rig gets K-Rig get out there and shuts the house down. Her and Big Freedia shut it down. The fans love it. The crowd is going crazy. So we can see how that will work out later on in the season once they begin to perform it again. If it makes it to the album, it's going to make it onto the album, but maybe not the radio because of the flavor, because of what they're saying. So we're gonna get to the radio version once we get there. So Big Freedia meets up with she meets up with the homegirl, Biggie ex-wife. What's that girl name? I'm just playing. Faith Evans, bitch. She meets up with Faith Evans. Let me tell you, I feel like Big Freedia was like, before I go see Faith Evans, I need to go visit the hair gods, cause Faith Evans' hair, Big Freedia hair was laid. She said I need to go see the fashion gods, cause the outfit was banging. I need to go visit the jewelry store where the gods are located, and she was blinging. She was giving body, she was giving life, and she was giving luxurious, all in one visit. So she's talking to Faith Evans about encouraging, and Faith Evans encouraging her about moving to LA. There's producers, there's life, there's movies, there's entertainment, there's a whole bunch of big opportunities for you. And she's like, yes, I think you should do it. But, they talk about music, they talk about the album, they both exchange albums, and talk about her being independent and how you're in a better place than people who are at big labels. So Big Freedia has a lot of questions she wanted to ask, and Faith Evans answered them all while encouraging her, so got her all pumped up about moving to LA. So Big Freedia talks to management about moving to LA and making power moves. They're all with it, but they're like, what about the people in Louisiana and New Orleans? And she's who's going to say that, hey, you're a sellout. She's going to say those are the haters, which she was correct. She said those are the haters who don't want to see me succeed, who don't want to see me go nowhere, because I'm going to always stay true to New Orleans. I'm from New Orleans. New Orleans is part. And I was like, authenticity is good. Shout out to Big Freedia. Cause girl, go make power moves in LA. Get your stuff on the radio. Get your name out there and take this reality show to the next level. Get it from 30 minutes to an hour. That's when you're making real good power moves. So check that. But anyway, she's all happy and everything because she's talking to her managers and she finally gets to see her man. Devin will be there because he did call her and let her know that they charged him a $500 fine and the courts did let him out to travel. But with that being said, we're going to get into the tea of it all once I get to that point. So she's happy about him traveling to Hawaii. They're going to get together and have fun. It's going to be a big move on her big tour. She got a man who's going to support her. But all of that drops by when she have not heard from him. The management has his itinerary and information, but they have to get in touch with him to let him know. So Big Freedia haven't heard from him. Management haven't heard from him. So who she calls? K-Red. K-Red is always $1 away, honey, because she calls her and says, I need you to go back to my house. I need you to knock on the door and find out where Devin is. And nobody has seen Devin. She's like, girl, you want to be in trade over there? I was like, look, do what you got to do. Go find Devin. She didn't find him. So she calls Big Freedia back after. Okay, so we're going to get to that. Okay, management has set up Big Freedia with a meeting with some LA producers to see how things go. They sent them a track of Old Lady, First Lady, and they turned the damn track upside down, twisted it, flipped it, battered, bruised, and made it into some good old certified lobster and some crawfish with some red beans and rice. Gave you some LA next level type stuff while still keeping it true to your roots with New Orleans bounce. And let me tell you, that track was everything. That track gave me life policy, entertainment. It gave me everything I needed to live another 10 years in the music industry. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, next level, and I'll see where the next level of the music will go. So shout out to Big Freedia, shout out to the LA producers because you did that. Now, let's get into the real tea of it all. Now, we find out that we can't get in touch with Devin. We ain't seen him. We don't know where he at. And we already know the heifer can travel. Because all he had to do was pay $5 fine and the court let him out to travel. But K-Red calls Freedia with some good ass tea. And the tea was hot, boiling, good peach Louisiana tea on the side of the corner. That grandma used to make it. And she told you when you get hot tea or any hot food, honey, you better blow it because it's hot. And let's get into this hot tea. Sit slow. K-Red calls Freedia. It was like, honey, you ain't heard from Devin. She's like, no, I ain't heard from Devin. What you talking about? We ain't heard from him either. But the real gag and the real tea is, I seen some pictures on Instagram with Devin with his girlfriend, girl, and he's in Mr. Motherfucking Sissy, bitch. And he's been cheating on you. But bitch, the tea done dropped. The glass is spilled over. The platter done broke. The glass is everywhere. And tea is just all over Freedia. Because Freedia can't believe that the Devin, the one she's been loving and supporting, has been cheating on her, has not been faithful. We're going to get into that next week, episode 2 be continued. I will see you next week, next Wednesday, since Empire is not coming back on, for another damn episode to see where this thing goes. I'll see you later. You already know. Like, comment, subscribe. Big Freedia, Big Capital. Limited.